Welcome back to studying Biotech 63 with Jennifer motherfucking Mayo. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna feed my baby real quick. Okay. Let's go. Enzymes are biological catalysts. They are neither modified nor used up in the reactions they catalyze. Essentially, an enzyme is a protein that is a catalyst. Like, speeds up reaction. What? Do you want to get out? Go ahead, my sir. Go. What's up? Go ahead. Anyways, enzymes are a biological catalyst. They are a protein that speeds up a reaction. Basically, reactions go hella slow. Like, if there was no type of enzymes doing work, it'd be like that. But with an enzyme, it'd be like boom. Like, that's the work being done, you know? Anyways, enzymes essentially work like this. So here's an enzyme, right? It's cool. Let's say this is amylase. And then there's you see how, like, there's that right there? That's very, like, specific. So a substrate can come in, but it has to fit it. So a motherfucker like this cannot fit in, because obviously, like, that's like the fuck. Anyways, this right here would work. So this substrate will be like bouncing around until, oh shit, like it finally like clicks. So after that, like, work is being done by the amylase. Like, a reaction occurs to essentially change that substrate into the products. And then from that, you get your products. Like, wow. And then the enzyme is remained unchanged, and now you have glucose. So starch was added into the amylase. Amylase breaks it down, breaks all the bonds that the glucose had together within the starch. So starch is essentially a whole bunch of glucose with a whole bunch of bonds. And then the amylase essentially breaks down breaks the bonds between them. And yeah, so you get hella glucose. Period. Okay, amylase. A group of enzymes that hydrolyze chemical bonds between glucose molecules present in starch. This group includes alpha, beta, and glucoamylase. Starch is a polysaccharide of many glucose molecules linked together. Okay, Lugol's solution. This is hella important. Lugol's solution is used to detect starch. The iodine molecules in Lugol's solution get stuck in the spirals of the starch molecule and cause a blue-black color to appear. A blue-black color is an indication of the presence of certain dextrins, intermediate products of starch digestion whose spiral are shorter. So this is essentially important because when you're running like a starch assay, So when you're running a starch assay, oh shit, what the fuck happened? So you're running a starch assay, right? So this is a starch plate, and then Yeah, so this is all starch, right? Holy shit. Hold on. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, ignore that. I'm gonna change the mic real quick. Because I just realized it's fucking looping. Okay. So, you have a starch plate, right? And you're wanting to test if a specific what's the word? Hold on, I'm thinking. A specific, fuck, what's it called? Not reagent, a specific, not solution. A specific sample. Okay, so you basically use this to like run specific samples if it degrades down starch. It's a qualitative assay, meaning that you view the results, so it's yes or no. So you would take like amylase, like concentrated amylase, saliva, a detergent. These all have, so these two have varying amounts of amylase. And then straight up here is going to be your pure amylase, so it's going to be your control. It's going to be your positive control. And then you could also swab like fucking water or some shit just to have it be your negative control, because you know it doesn't have amylase. So when doing this assay, you're gonna split it up into like 4. We'll say this one's the H2O one. So you'll streak it with that, and then you streak your alpha amylase over here, being your positive, which you know will work. Then you'll streak your saliva over here, and then your detergent. From then on, you're gonna let it incubate so the amylase does its work on the starch, and then you're gonna use the Lugol solution to stain it. So the Lugol solution only binds to starch. It won't bind to the glucose after it's broken down. So the starch that's broken down by the amylase within these samples, the Lugol solution won't bind to it because it's broken down into glucose. So the H2O will be completely filled with Lugol solution, stained. Your alpha amylase will have some clearings because obviously it's gonna degrade the starch. Saliva, it's gonna be like very spotty due to like the amount of like starch. Not starch, fuck. The amount of amylase is present within one saliva. And then the detergent, that will also depend, but you'll see some clearing. Yeah. Okay, I just went over the starch plate assay. They're very express rate. Oh, okay. There are various ways of repeating enzyme activity that you will come across. There are conventions, which people ignore, but no hard and fast rules. People employ a measure that seems sensible or possible for the enzyme and situation, and is expressed as a rate, the amount of substrate removed in a given time, because we want to be specific. Okay. 1 unit of alpha amylase activity can be defined as the amount of enzyme needed to produce 1 milligram of maltose from starch in 1 minute at room temperature and pH 7. Cool. So 1 milligram of maltose is popped out the baddie. after 1 minute and room temperature at pH 7. Specific activity is the number of units of enzyme activity per milligram protein. I got that shit down so I don't forget. Specific activity equals number of units of enzyme activity per milligram protein. Okay. You were asked to generate a standard curve for maltose. Okay. You need to use you a set amount. What's the standard curve? Okay. Basically, you're gonna be running a BCA on the maltose standard. The maltose. So, in correspondence to this, you're gonna be taking some starch solution. Starch. Then you'll do a cereal dilution. So you're gonna take say like fucking 50 milliliters, and then you're gonna do 50 milliliters of starch. So this creates a 1-to-1 dilution. Then from there, you're gonna take 50 milliliters of that solution to 50 mils of water, and then it's gonna be boom. It's gonna be 1-to-2. Then you keep doing that till 1-to-4, 1-to-8, 1-to-16, depending on how much you want to do. And then you're basically diluting it and diluting it, but diluting it and diluting it by half. So, yeah, from there, you're gonna add amylase. Fuck, hold on. There's a point where you add amylase. Okay, no. No. Fuck. Okay, I'll come back to this. It's not 50 milliliters of starch. I believe it's the amylase. The amylase solution. Okay, no. It's amylase mixed with starch. And you keep diluting it. So you dilute the amylase. There's some shit, oh shit. But yeah. Anyways, after that you add a bisynchronic, bisynchronic, No. You add maltose color reagent. Okay. So this basically has amylase. And then you're diluting it with more water and the starch. Okay. And then you add the maltose color reagent so it appears with color to the test tubes. And then you let that shit incubate for a little bit, and they turn yellow. And then after you're letting it incubate, you'll see that as more concentrated it goes, it becomes more vibrant and saturated with the maltose color reagent as there's more maltose present. Yeah. Period. Because the starch is breaking down the glucose into maltose. Anyways, so you take that, then you get your spectrophotometer, and then you pop it in so you can take an absorbance reading of the light, and then you'll get a curve. But also during this, you also need to do a standard protein curve, and with this you use BSA, which is bovine serum albumin, and basically you take the reading of that, adding bisanchonic acid to it, so because bisanchonic acid binds to proteins with color, and then you'll see the standard curve. It should be straight, but your maltose standard curve will be varying depending on the amylase activity. Period. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Deuces.